Gentlemen, we are live.
What?
We are live. We are live, and I'm putting the stream that we are live in the current chat.
Good. Please do. Thank you. We're going to see if your intro runs then. Everybody shut up for a minute.
All right, I mean, I'm trying to play some golf anyway.
Shh.
Hole in one, bitch. Hole in one.
I'm seeing if the audio works. Audio seems to work. Popping over here to the hosts.
Oh, of course. Every time Toomey sets up a game, he fucks up something. Because the thing is... Okay.
All right, so, hey, welcome everybody. Fucking just half an hour later to the Plumes of Hazard. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am one of your hosts. I am the Angstful Vapor. Over here playing golf. is Fubaga. And we've got a guest star. We got a guest star over there who's not cammed up, and that's okay. It's Motherhead, everybody. Look, it's Motherhead.
Oh, I got fucked again.
Jesus. Greetings, everyone.
And stuff. All right, make that go away. We want to swap. Oh my God. Why won't you stop being this mode? Is it because you're sharing your screen?
I mean, and I'm playing golf really poorly. Because of these random spawns, I can't shoot this the way I want to shoot it.
Well, for the moment, we're just going to leave you on that. How about that? Fine. Side-by-side mode. Oh, look, I can move you over there. Look at there.
Oh, damn.
Oh, boy. All right, so let's do a pop-out chat while you're finishing that up. Welcome, everybody. Oh, yeah. So, by the way.
First to last. Oh, wait. Yeah, I should probably screen share, so...
So good. So, that was fun. For some reason... YouTube was insisting that that it did not care that we were actually doing. Why can't speaker view, gallery view? Why? Will you stop sharing your golf for just a minute, just to see if that's what's fucking everything up?
Yeah.
Please, please and thank you.
Ah. The overlay. I can't access the overlay in golf.
Stop. Don't make me kick you out of the meeting.
You might have to, dude.
Oh, you literally can't stop sharing.
I can't get my cursor over the fucking overlay.
I'll tab it. I'll tab it.
Here,
I got it.
Woo. Oh yeah, there you go. All right, like we're supposed to be the way we're supposed to be.
The most professional vape show or show in vaping.
The most, absolutely true. So we are. So we've been jacking with this since we were supposed to be on time. We weren't on time. YouTube refused to allow us to start the right event. Whoever had the over under to being 3, whoever guessed 3, you were the winner. This week, this is number 3. The first 2 don't count. Yeah. Oh wait. You know what? I was like, that the chat's not moving. That's because that's the old chat. I've got that up on my other PC. That makes sense. I'm going to close that.
And I got dicked again.
So, welcome. Thank you for sticking around. Thank you for being patient. I mean...
My White Claw is already almost finished.
Did you just buy one?
No, I put the second one in the freezer.
In the freezer.
Electric frosty when I get to it, yeah.
Did you wrap it in some wet paper towels?
No, it needs like 5-10 minutes. It was fine.
But it works so good.
Okay.
Hey, use science to help you get your shit cooler.
You know who doesn't give a fuck about science? Immigrant parents. Okay, if I use a fucking paper towel to wet make my drink colder faster, I get my ass beat. I don't do that.
Why?
Fuck around. It's a waste of paper towel.
Don't throw it away. I'm a Scot. You don't throw that away. You let that shit dry out and you use it again later.
You use Scott tissue?
What?
You use Scott tissue? What?
No, I'm a Scottish, I'm a cheap ass Scottish person. No, you reuse tinfoil unless it's completely destroyed. You wash Ziplocs. You definitely don't use paper towels to just throw away after one use. Are you kidding me? No.
Okay, so the kids I went to school with who did it with their water bottles and shit, like they were so goddamn wasteful with their shit.
Right.
Rubber band off, throw away. I'm like, you don't get your ass beat for that?
That's ridiculous.
Like the Russell Peters bit on like having white friends.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Where he was basically just like, it's like white people, you gotta beat your kids.
Oh, yeah, you gotta be, yeah.
That was the somebody gonna get a heart.
Somebody, you gotta get a heart. Uh-oh. We're echoing? Perhaps it is me.
You're the only one who doesn't wear headphones. You're always the goddamn culprit.
I'm the only one that's got a separate mic that's also plugged into OBS and also plugged into the meeting, which I think is the problem. So I'm turning myself down. Please tell me if I still echo. And I can also change this mode, but I don't think we want to do that.
I just got a hole in one. We back in it. Not.
Back in it?
Not.
Not.
I am not back in it.
So please do tell me if the audio is better now. I can also change location of my microphone. This new mic is very sensitive, and actually, now that I think about it, I could probably change some of that in the Winder setting as well.
Winder Wigan.
Yeah, Winders. Device properties. Yeah, it's not showing amazingly.
Oh shit! We probably have chat that I haven't been looking at.
Yeah, we do. All right, so we'll try that too. See if this is any better. All right. So we actually do have a few things to talk about. You will notice that we are distinctly missing Mr. Massey and Understudy. They are both at an ice cream convention this week, so they are not going to be able to join us. But Motherhead jumped in very kindly to fill in a third spot while Fu and I do the anchor. We just we're anchoring this shit. It's all good. Anchor. And I'm going to pull up some stuff to talk about because I actually have some stuff to talk about this week. It's not that or that. This is the first thing I want to talk about. Now, the real question is, how does this work? Let's see if, because I don't think we did this since we've been playing with this particular piece of software. I am going to share. I'm going to share this window.
We're shooting in 1080 right now, too, right?
I think so. We should be.
Nice.
Share. So.
I forgot there's something else that I'm talking about.
Can we see this?
No, just part of it, like the top quarter of the page.
Yeah, you had it.
It was fine when you first started.
Mm.
Right. Sort of, there you go. That looks good.
Hmm. So the biggest problem is with this zoom is it goes away. Like I can't see what it's sharing properly. Can you see the Bigglesworth ad?
I do not see a Bigglesworth ad.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's no problem.
Why won't this show? This should be showing.
Are you talking about the post? You mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We see the post.
Oh, good. Okay. It's actually not showing in OBS, so I'm just hoping that's working. So
Actually, it's an e-ciggity. I'm sorry. I'll shut up.
Oh no, that's good to know. I picked the other, but I wonder if that's this is one of the other things I was going to talk about. So let's talk about this. So the e-ciggity is having a sale this week for their 6-year anniversary, which I thought was really cool. The biggest thing that's really cool is, as e-ciggities want to do, they have 22% off everything. So
why 22 is because of the diameter of my biceps.
Probably. I'm sure that's what it is. But if you were interested in anything that he's got on their site, 6 years, all one word, all caps apparently, during checkout, receives 22% off. And they're also doing a giveaway. So if you want to pop into this thing, you can go over to the ECR and see these 6-year anniversary giveaways. Pretty cool. Thought that was awesome. Now let's pop back over here and see if I can bring this up. Come on. Stop share. There we go. Perfect.
Oh, yeah, so was my screen sharing fucking shit up?
What's that?
Was my screen sharing fucking shit up earlier?
Yeah, it was forcing you to be the big boy. It was forcing you to be the full screen, and I couldn't do anything about it. Which is a little wacky. So we're going to try this one more time. Now do we see the Biggles post?
Yes.
Excellent. So I did want to call out Bigglesworth Labs because, Biggles is a longtime fan guest on the show.
Out.
Yeah, I want to call them out. I want to point
out.
I want to give them a shout out. I want to call them out of the crowd and say, hey, look, this guy, he makes some good shit. You should go check it out. So I just want to show that some of the stuff that they're doing, they're actually moving to all plastic unicorn bottles, which is kind of like if you've been ordering Railcracker. It's kind of what they've already been doing on the Railcracker side. So just doing 60s and 120s, updated their branding, fixed his website, and also, and most importantly, in my opinion, is the Derailment Vape Co. is now going to be on the Bigglesworth Labs store. So, a selection of the finest graham crackers flavors known to mankind, which I agree with. So the sale that he's doing right now is buy 4, get 2 free. So if you don't want at least 4 bottles, everything's marked down 20%.
Hey, Brian.
Yo.
I don't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah.
It appears that video is freezing.
Yeah, I wondered because OBS is it was looking weird. So I'm going to stop sharing and see if that helps. I think it was being weird.
What, rendering issues probably?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure why, but OBS definitely was hiccuping when I was sharing, so I'm going to stop sharing at the moment. But what I was trying to get to was I think So just so you know, if you go to Bigglesworth Labs, it's 20% off of anything that you're ordering fewer than 4 bottles. If you order more than 4 bottles, you get 2 free. Oh, shit. Wait a minute. And you get a Caliburn? Actually, I didn't see that. What? No kidding. There you go. You're now being redirected to Spike. Now I'm actually checking this out live because I knew he has had a sale, and I did not realize that he's selling a Caliburn as well. That's cool. Anyway, check out the post on the ECR. It's good. Good stuff. Yeah. Those are the sales that I saw today I wanted to share with everybody. Let me pull this back up. See if I can get this not choke. Don't choke. Get out. Done. There we go. So, and just what we were just referring to a minute ago. One of the things that we were having to do is I was trying to use Streamlabs OBS because I was trying to use Streamlabs OBS, and we reverted back to regular OBS because it's a lot more straightforward and it's not buggy apparently compared to the Streamlabs stuff, which does not work well with YouTube events. That's one of the problems that we've had these last couple of weeks as we've started this up. Is we've set up an event and pointed at it, but Streamlabs didn't want to interface with that thing properly, so screw it. We'll just go back to regular OBS. It's a little more simple, a little more straightforward. You give it a key, you hit go. It's fine. Deal with it. I want to vape. Glorious.
Okay, I wish I was screen sharing for that because I just hit a really awesome shot at a tough spot for a birdie. Just saying.
Just saying.
I think this is the last hole.
That's good. Because I'm done talking about sales.
So, yeah. This, basically we were talking about this before the show. When I smoke my cigarette when I'm waiting for the bus because it's a half hour late, I'd light up a cigarette. I'd make it halfway through and the bus would show up. I had to burn half a cigarette just to make the bus show up. I had to play golf just to make the stream work.
It works. It's one of those.
Literally the first hole when we were doing a little like the intro to the first hole in golf with your friends. That's when the stream worked. So I was like, yeah.
Yeah, but then you usually tossed a cigarette. But, but you did.
Are you telling me that I have to leave the show after we're done tonight?
No, I just meant that you didn't have to golf, but maybe you did.
Maybe I did. Maybe not. Maybe fuck yourself.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking the same. I was thinking very similar.
I need another drink.
There was So Will, I just saw what you said in chat. There's no reason to murder hangouts. I agree. It's patently ridiculous to make this more complicated than it needs to be. But if we're gonna forget to try the Streamlabs thing, we're just gonna go back to OBS. Hopefully, it'll be a little more straightforward next week. Especially that I'm seeing that sharing froze it up. That's weird because it's using 2% of my CPU or something right now. So now 1.6%. So I don't know why the sharing is being weird. But that's fine.
Fired again? What the fuck do you mean again? Look at Castell's comment in chat.
I don't know. So we were talking before we went live and before all the mad scrambling to install new software and try to make this thing work. We were talking about batteries. I have been using the same 2 pair of Sony 5As for at least a year. Like, it's been forever. I have occasionally rotated one of my old ones in that are kind of already wore out. But these 4 have been workhorses for a while, for quite some time. And I've been noticing that they have definitely been on the old decline with the number of MAs that I can get back into them. They're reporting flat or it's performing poorly in the unregulated mod, and I throw them on the charger. I'm getting 1100, 1400 maybe MA back into them, which is kind of a bummer. Which means I need to buy new ones. But after having talked to, Sean was in the market to buy new batteries recently too, so I had him talk to Mooch. It seems like, at least with an unregulated mod like this, it seems like the 5A is still kind of on top from what I understand. What's that, Sammy? Is it the 30S or 20S? There's one that was roughly equivalent to the 5A in performance for unregulated stuff.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
The 28S?
It was higher capacity, basically. It was a higher capacity.
A little bit. Was it the 28S or was it the 30? I thought the 30S was a different animal. I thought that might have been the VAP cells we were using were either the 28 or the 30, and then the blue ones were 28s.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Go poke at my shit for a second.
Yeah, please do. So I am curious to see which one it is, because from what I remember, I unfortunately don't remember the model number off the top of my head. But I think it ended in an S. Festy says he's fairly impressed with the Molicel P26A, but
it sounds like a pistol.
It does sound like a pistol. the Walther P26A. So I thought it ended in an S, and I thought it was the 30S, but I could be wrong about that. That could be the regulated one. Maybe Motherhead's right on that one. But anyway, one was slightly better than normal, but not quite as good as the 5A. That's the bottom line of what Sean took out from the conversation with Mooch. Again, for unregulated vaping, the 5A just performed just a little bit better than whichever one it was.
I bought my first batteries that I didn't read Mooch's review on prior to. Like, I just nasty linked them to me. That's how I already fucking bought them.
Yeah.
These green LGs. These are the what the fuck are these?
Oh,
fuck.
That was loud. I'm gonna turn you down a little bit.
That was a good one. That one, I had my earbuds in. I heard it. I knew it was loud.
It was loud. You spiked up into the red.
Nice. Fucking White Claw, man.
Rawr.
Fuck. IMR batteries. I'm sure someone in chat will beat me to it which batteries they are because they had a weird name to them.
Murata. That's what Will just said.
Yeah, Murata, they bought Sony or vice versa.
Yeah, or at least their
They
battery.
bought out the reps. All right, Angsty. The 20S was the 2,000 milliamp hour 30 amp battery. Was it 20S?
I was right.
Yeah,
That was when I said.
you said 30. You said 30.
I couldn't remember if it was 20 or 30. I just remembered it ended in S. That's the only thing I remember. But I didn't remember the 28. I think you said the 28.
Yeah, I think the 28, if I'm not mistaken, and I could be making this up. This might be science fiction, so absolutely do not base science on my words. Might have been what the vape cells that we bought.
Yeah.
That came with a trick little case. I thought that those might have been the 28S's.
These little things.
They're 25Rs. No, they're not 25Rs. Let me find the fucking SKU. Shit. I'm sorry.
So I bought these LGs. They are the MJ1s. They are quote 3500 mAh 10 amp, right?
Okay.
Who uses 10 amp batteries? Fuck yeah, I do, because I haven't been vaping more than 6 amps and change for a while.
Yeah.
So they're on sale right now. I'm gonna link them in chat. So if you're watching the replay, they should be popping up in chat right now. IMR batteries, they're $5 a piece. I ordered 4 because I don't need that many, and they're great. I mean, I don't have any fucking stats, but going from some old ass 5As that I was just using that went from going and being used in other mods to this, it was just not great, but these are nice. I go through. I'm gonna put this one in. Mind you, I'm also using with conjunction with this awesome device. So
is that the one with the facial recognition on it?
Mm-hmm. It calls me big time when I hit it.
Nice. That's actually something I was going to talk about. Is that Juul thing?
And so, yeah, I haven't even read Mooch's thing on it, but I'm sure it's an LG battery.
Yeah. For regulated use, the LG is probably going to be great.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Vaping at 29 watts and 6-ish, 5.9 amps right now. Oh shit! No, my coil's reading at a 0.83 right now. Let's remedy that. It should be like a 0.75 at most. It calls me big time.
Sorry, I pulled up the chat on this PC so that I can paste something in chat.
If you're too lazy to pull out your micro screwdrivers, the back of a coil master thing makes a great flathead replacement for NAR screws.
It does.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I do. You've done it before.
I don't know how I've never mentioned that to you before. I don't know how we've never talked about that.
Works great. If I remember, I think a dime also works in the NAR stuff. But the back of the screwdriver works better, or the back of the...
That was a lot dirtier than the thing I just put in my mouth,
That's true.
You can't waste a snow drone.
5Ds. Will, you're right. They were VC 5Ds. 5Ds nuts. That's right. Yeah, so that's right. And they did work all right. But I found they started... they were not performing as good as the 5As. So I quit using them. They're actually just sitting over there. I haven't used them in a while. But the 5Ds were not bad, for sure. They were just not quite as good as the 5As. At least with my non-scientific, non-mooch approach, just putting them in and vaping it to see if I like it.
Yeah, I don't have a charger that tells me how many mods I got back. I don't have that cashback charger thing.
Well, it doesn't matter if you do, because when you read Mooch's reviews on your charger, and he says all that shit's inaccurate and garbage anyways.
You know what I do? I like my anecdotal measure of my battery's aging, is when I use my Nicore D2. It tells you how long it took to charge from X voltage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Down to about the same voltage, like 3435 neighborhood before I charge it. It's like, okay, it took 3 hours 45 minutes at a half an amp, and now it's taking like close to 5 hours. I think it's done phasing out.
I'm sorry you had to pee a little bit, Rob. I'm sorry you lost us, or we lost you. Something. Our 724 years of vaping experience does not translate apparently to making Streamlabs work properly.
That's because Streamlabs is bitch shit, and I told you that from the get-go.
I agree with that. Did you jiggle the thing?
Yeah.
Just jiggle the thing.
Yeah, you just yank the thing.
Yeah. You're not alone, Rob. Everybody else is doing it too. It's fine.
Yeah, dude, I think we've lost 60 subs in the last month, I think.
Which is funny because our views have been up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody likes to watch a train wreck.
Everybody likes to watch train wreck.
We're not Jersey Shore, man. Season 1.
Oh man.
Right.
I do want to mention, and I hesitate to share the screen because, well, I don't want it to lag stuff up again. But I'm gonna give it a whack because
I think we were fine earlier. Oh no, my shit fucked up just because it was golf.
Yeah.
And that's poorly optimized anyway for video, dude. My GPU gets to 68 degrees playing golf. It's hotter than it gets during Rocket League, for reference.
Yep. So this is the thing that I was talking about earlier. If you haven't seen this, this new Juul model, apparently it doesn't have facial recognition itself, but what it does have is an app for your phone.
Oh,
So
wow.
The Juul C1 tracks your puffs per day, features an auto lock option, and there's also, this made me laugh, a find my vape function with the app.
So get this.
Yeah.
So when I was working at the Henley, there was a friend of the owner who was kind of some happenstance startup idea guy, and he literally had an idea for a device, and this is back in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
That is exactly this.
Yeah.
This type device that had analytics on it. And it got laughed at then when he pitched it.
Well, they've had ones with analytics on it for a while, right? They was it the SX? One of the SX models had a Bluetooth integration.
That's what I mean. He got way out in front of it, though.
Yeah.
He got laughed. But that's the thing. Juul did their job in the obsolete of the cigarettes. Now it's now let's just make it plain.
So if that still froze the screen, I'm going to go ahead and put the link to the article here in chat, and you guys can. Yeah, well, that's probably what I need to do, but I can't do it with my current setup. I just have one monitor on this particular machine, so without multiple displays, I can't really do that. But yeah. So I don't know why that's not working, unless what I'm guessing what happens is instead of sucking that into the Zoom window, it actually does something else and tries to push that through Zoom, and Zoom's messing up. That's what I'm guessing.
Hey, at least we look better, though.
Lana vapes and says that's why we're reduced to just skipping OBS entirely and running directly from Zoom to YouTube. Okay, so I've seen that as well, but I haven't tried it yet. That's an interesting thought. We might look into doing that. I hate to have another piece of software in the middle, and by another piece of software I mean just Zoom's back in, pushing over to YouTube. But I did see that option, and I wonder if it's the problem. All I want to do was
Yeah, the mics just went quiet.
Yeah, yours just fluctuated again twice. You went.
So yours just did that for me too.
Yeah, you just went you've been super loud and then you go super quiet every now and then. Yeah. And what's even funnier is I start hearing it's like a noise canceling thing on the way into Zoom, because sometimes when yours goes up, I can actually hear background noise at your place, like just a hum, just a.
Yeah, that's my air purifier. I'm like, yeah, you haven't ripped furnace, by the way.
Right.
No.
No. Do you miss that sound?
I'm gonna miss it during. Well, the thing it's summertime right now.
Yeah.
So when I was still doing shows in my house, the furnace was off. Come winter, yeah, I'm gonna miss it. I have radiator heating in my place.
Yeah. Oh, Rick says the FDA's been out in his area inspecting shops. Interesting.
Hey, that's the most activity that happens in his part of town.
Is that right? So speaking of your area specifically around the NYC, your particular burb or borough, excuse me, your particular area, at least the one you used to be in.
I don't lump me with Staten Island or the Bronx, okay?
No, I won't. I was listening to a gaming streamer, guys. There's 3 of them, and it was the UK version. Not UK, it was the EU version, and one of them was from Germany, and he was talking to somebody recently, and he identified the accent as a it was a Brooklyn accent that he was talking about, and he was going on and on about how attractive he thought it was, and I was like,
Well,
what?
okay. So here's the thing. I can understand that. You know why? Case in point, Marissa Tomei and my cousin Vinny. Because here's why I think people love the accent, because it goes
That's
with,
like the one.
because
It goes the one example.
like here's the thing. That's what I mean. It's the one example. It's the accent that goes with like an 8, or you want that accent that goes with a 4.
I don't care what she looks at. If she sounds like that,
it can either accentuate or it can just completely detract.
yeah.
So it's either Marissa Tomei or Linda Sarsour is what you're getting between the 4 and the 8 there.
Basically. Because then like with guys in New York accents, you know, you'll have and I don't think this is necessarily universal to New York. I just like the New York brand of this. But you know, you have your guys start their every sentence with fucking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, New York version of that is quite hilarious.
Hilarious, yes. Attractive, no. Like, and that's what he was talking. He's talking about how much he thought it was awesome, and he speaks English really well, but clearly has a German accent.
He didn't grow up around that accent.
What?
He didn't have to grow up around that accent.
Right. Exactly. And the only thing that I can think of that's less attractive than that is a thick Boston accent. Not even just Boston,
processes.
but the for the like Boston, New Hampshire kind of area. Oh my God, that accent is not attractive.
Dude, when I went to go visit my friend up in school in New Hampshire, I would sit and I get fucking get hammered, and then I'd make fun of. I just talking a mocking Boston accent the whole.
Right.
night.
It's impossible to not laugh at because it's so ridiculous.
It's not, and that's the thing is that it's not. It's like you took the New York accent, you hit it with a brick.
Yeah. And put everything out the nose, out the sinuses.
And you string the vowels out way
Like,
too
I
much.
Yeah.
gotta stop my car. I gotta stop my car. Stop my car.
Yeah, it's awful. I can't stand it. I don't know why anybody talks like that. Meh.
Tom fucking Brady.
Tom
I
Brady.
would suck his dick. I would suck his dick. Tom Brady.
Suck his clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so bad. Oh, man.
You look like an advac.
Oh, man. Oh, that's so not right. I didn't get to finish talking about the stupid Jules C. one.
Boston, man. Fuck.
Now, the one thing, as much as I was laughing about it a minute ago, the one thing that I can say positive about that whole Find My Vape thing, because the jewel, you can lose it. That thing's really tiny, easy to get lost in the
I
pocket.
misplaced this at least a dozen times around my place
Yeah,
already.
so I won't tease it for that, even though it's kind of
I've
ridiculous.
left it in the car already a couple times.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, Rob. Barbara, stop my car. Oh yeah, Festy. I mean, the Minnesota accent is also hilarious, but it's not quite as ridiculous unless you go to like Fargo.
That's another thing. That's the thing is that like I wouldn't find a heavy fucking backwoods Minnesota accent attractive in the same way that you wouldn't find the Brooklyn accent. You know what I mean?
It's kind of adorable, if you ask me.
I mean, if I wanted to bang Bobby's mom from Bobby's World, don't sound no.
It doesn't grate on you instantly like a Brooklyn accent can or fucking Jersey accent. Or the one I hate the most is shit like Delaware or Maryland, where it's like, oh yeah, you're just a fucking punk. Yeah. And that shit just drives me nuts.
I didn't hear any of that. Fuck.
Oh yeah.
Anytime most of your consonant, most of your syllables are coming out of your nose and not your mouth.
Yeah.
It just
No,
drives
you don't.
me
You don't
nuts.
talk from the diaphragm. You shove everything right out of your nose.
Right out of your
And
nose.
then you gotta fucking just lean on every goddamn vowel.
Yeah.
And, yeah. It's pretty
Better
painful.
than dragging out every last syllable of your sentence.
Or having a lilt at the end of all your
Yeah,
sentences
exactly.
because it's a
Because
question.
every time I think, exactly. So we're all going to work together, and we're all going to get through this at the same time, so that everybody can join in. And yeah, no, that shit drives me nuts.
I always love doing the basic last syllable drag. It's like, do you guys have any White Claw?
Oh man.
I need more pods for my Joe. This is the most millennial shit I've done in like forever.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's really bad. It's true.
Let me go eat my savings into loot boxes, right?
So Leanne
Join
says,
the-
I have a client with Jody. He had an accent like that, and she's absolutely awesome though. I do hair. Well, all right then. Hey, I'm walking here.
Okay, yeah, the fucking Frank Caliendo, and there's also the Mark Hamill meme. Trying to walk here, trying to get myself a New York slice. Love the Mets. Love the Mets.
Isn't Massachusetts accents more? What? Isn't it more than a New York?
I
Are
said
they
that earlier.
More annoying than? Yeah.
The brick.
No, I think Massachusetts accents are probably the worst, the most reprehensible.
It can be. It can be. One of the things that drives me most up the wall about that region and that region's accent is how they pronounce the word data.
Data?
Because it's that, but they add an R at the end.
Okay,
It's
that's not exclusive.
Dater.
People on Long Island do the same thing. I had an English teacher who would say "I dear."
Oh, no, thank you.
Oh, that's like Dixie on the wash.
Say
I go
dear.
wash my shirt out.
She would say draws. Draws, but she say idea. It's like maybe drawer and idea.
Let's not put extra letters that literally aren't there in there.
Out here they say shit like bathroom. Be right back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Dude, it's fucking in a Bronx Tale. Do you remember when they're playing dice in the basement? And you're like, yeah, put him in the bathroom.
That's it's funny that carried out to my way too. That's
I mean,
definitely.
is it more of a? They're Italians in this instance.
It probably, yeah. It could very well be wherever there's a large population of immigrant Italians, you're gonna find bathrooms.
You don't see the fucking jinx. You throw them put them in the bathroom.
Get in there and watch the fucking bathrooms, you cocks. I'm sorry.
So, what's your overall problem with H's? Just even though they're in the middle of the word, just drop them. It's just a bathroom. So okay, I'm done with that. I don't want to talk about the Jules C1 anymore. I do want to talk about this, at least acknowledge it, because I thought it was an interesting thing to talk about. Dayton in the Ohio has stopped hiring smokers and vapors. So the city of Dayton now gives a NIC test to work.
So what? The town has nobody working for them now?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's exactly right. So that kind of a blue collar kind of a job, which most of those I would assume that's probably what they're talking about. That's pretty interesting, right? Because if you take the demographics of smokers, obviously there's smokers in every echelon, so to speak, of society, and that's fine. But it is heavily weighted towards the blue collar kind of person, right? I think most smokers just tend to be in that group, and I thought that was pretty interesting. Now, granted, they had good reasons for it. So if you go through and you read the article, they go through and talk about how the healthcare that they provide their city employees, it costs like $6,000 a year more or something like that if you smoke, and we know smoking's not good for you, right? I mean, so like it makes sense what they're doing, but to me it sets this crazy precedent of being able to literally not hire somebody because they occasionally have a cigar. Or if they're a smoker, fine. If they're a smoker or a vapor, of course.
You know why? Because I guarantee it's because of their fucking health insurance provider.
But that's what I was just saying. Absolutely, it's totally that because
It's like
the article mentions like $6,000 a year or something like that.
they're dictating who you can and can't hire. It's
Yeah.
kinda like, wow.
Well, welcome to the nanny state. This is exactly the
Yeah.
fucking arguments that were put forth. What shit going on 12 years ago?
Hmm.
Well, there's nanny state shit. It's just like they're just being assholes about liability.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If I'm paying for your health insurance, if I'm paying for your health care, well, I think you probably should put the fucking hot dog down and maybe less cokes in a fucking day.
Right.
And I don't like the smoking. And maybe you ought to fucking hit a gym. Exactly.
Right.
Hey, it's fewer coke.
Thank you.
I actually love that you kept going because it kind of, added to
Right.
it.
Absolutely.
But no, you're absolutely right. That's the precedent that I'm concerned about. Right. I mean, that is a pretty interesting thing to. Well,
Using
it's
entitlements
logical.
as a way to control the population? No. Get out of here.
Yeah.
Go ahead and join the DSA on your way home tonight. Exactly.
So, and if you depending on how deep down the conspiracy hole you want to go, that's one of the reasons I've never turned into my DNA to one of those places, right? That stuff starts getting out, and all of a sudden now I can't find a job because they won't insure me because my great grandfather or whatever had heart cancer
Dude,
or
panic
whatever.
is going to happen anyway, okay?
It might, but while I still have something to do about it, I'm probably not going to make it easy for them.
Unfortunately, I don't because my brother already did it.
Oh, that bastard.
Whatever, man. It answered a lot of questions we had, okay? That was more valuable. I'm mostly Indian. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. Whoa.
I was surprised at the percentage. Basically, I'm basically a light-skinned Indian from the mountains, and some white guy came through at some point from the Aryans, and he was like, "Yo, let's bang." And that's how I got my color dyes.
Scythians. Fucking tribal people. Fucking plains horsemen. There's a lot of that, man. There's strong arguments that Genghis Khan was a ginger.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I like the Bill and Ted version, so.
That'll work too.
Holy crap. I haven't seen that movie in such a long time, but it was so good. At least I remember it being good.
See, this is why having cable is awesome, because they rotate through all those 80s movies and shit every so often. It's like, you're not in the mood for it until you see it, and you're like, I am in the mood.
Yeah.
That's
I remember Socrates.
what the Netflixers don't get.
Yeah. I remember Socrates off the top of my head. I like Socrates.
Socrates, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a pretty decent soundtrack too. There was good guitar
Yeah.
player, man.
Wild Stallions, right? With the Y's. Wasn't that the name of their band?
So,
All right, so I want to talk about Dayton. That's gone. There was another interesting article, and by article I mean, it was an article. I guess you can call it that. I will post the link to the Reddit thread here because they have very kindly taken the text and posted it in comments, so you can read it in full there. But where did the comments go? Here it is, full text. So the short version of this is the guy is postulating that the vape industry isn't dying, it's changing. And he's trying to make the case that, it's changing, and we shouldn't make pod systems be the enemy. Those of us that have been open system vapors for a long time before that was a word. That's just the way we've been vaping for a really long time, and he's just trying to make the case that it's not going away. It's just different now, and it's becoming more different. And I think that's in some ways the truth in the UK, EU, maybe in general. But I think he wrote, if I remember right, this is from the UK specifically. Just double checking here. Yeah, UK specifically, and that's true. And I think if John Martin were on here, he would suggest that while it sounds better, I think his standard line is it sounds better in the UK than in the US in this particular case, but they've had to fight tooth and nail for every little thing that they've got, and I think that's probably true. And I feel like I wish more of our side would kind of quit fracturing and backstabbing and backbiting and actually do that
it's also
too.
just the nature of our system. People that are generally more informed, whether or not they're actually dumber than us or not, they're more in the loop and they actually they care about shit. And here it's like we have layers and layers and layers and layers of bureaucracy to the point where it just makes us complacent to high fucking hell.
And people. We have just a scale number of people here as well, which I think hurts in this particular case, because I think even if we have the same percentage of people that are relatively well informed, they still get drowned out by the sheer scale of people that aren't, right? On one side you got percentage, and the other side you've got numbers. And stupid people are louder, typically.
Stupid people are louder, and corporate lobbying goes a hell of a lot fucking further here.
Yeah, true.
I think it was like, what was the stat I heard in the last 20 years? The last 20 years, pharmaceutical companies have spent $4.5 billion in campaign contributions and lobbying.
I'm surprised it's that low, to be perfectly honest.
And just in the last 20 years, that's just in policy.
Yeah.
And that's not advertising.
Oh, okay.
That's not counting their advertising budget or anything.
Yeah.
That's not the advertising they're running during like the debates and shit. But yeah, that's what they spend. And we're a $2 billion industry, $3 billion a year industry. So it's like, yeah, we're kind of fucked from the get go if that's what you're going up against.
Right.
What percentage of that is Chinese too? Goes straight offshore, I mean.
Yeah. No, this is just straight from American, like stateside companies, your Pfizer's, your fucking.
No, I meant if we're a $3 billion a year industry, vaping in the United States, how much of that goes offshore and stays offshore? Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the bitch, you know?
Yeah.
If you could put that billion back into the workforce, you'd have bigger arguments. You'd have the senators and congressmen looking to make sure that vote or that base wouldn't be as offended. But when that billion goes offshore, man, it's hard to.
You spend that billion and get most of vapors some dress sense. That's for goddamn sure.
True. It's true.
It's your generation, buddy.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some tatted up 50-year-olds with their fucking flat brims and their awful fucking untrustworthy goatees.
Okay. And it has appeared to every time I have to go near a mall or something, how many millennials do I see with robot penises standing around with that shit they're wearing?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That look it isn't just beholden to one generation. And besides, my generation's fucking up with the Joel, and that's fine.
I think Fu mentioned it last week or 2 weeks ago, or maybe it was Masty. Somebody was talking about it. Remember, they said that they brought it to the attention that the whole mod crew and an ECR was cleaned out.
Yeah, I think I mentioned it.
Yeah. Did you see the post from a few days ago?
I just saw when two of the removed mods were pleading their case to Linda, and
yeah,
finally for some reason basically said everything that we said in the thread like last year.
Right. So the funny part was that, of course,
let's take an amalgamation of all of our words, and hey, I'm going to use it to make myself look better.
Right. So she posted. So Linda, if you don't know, she was the one who originally still owns the sub.
Most all she's been in the sub ever since I've been a vapor, by the way.
For sure.
Long after any of us have given a shit about the sub.
So she posted it there, and the reason I found it because it was in the top links for this last week. She posted in there saying, "We have an amnesty day, so if these bad mods this last year have banned you, you can message her and get unbanned."
That's where I saw Sicko and what's his face, and they were the only two comments.
Yeah, she locked the thread after that.
It's like, oh, mod abuse, and Linda's like, yeah, you, as a mod, you made alts to harass users.
Right. Which is explicitly against the rules.
Right? Like, I never did that. I can also downvote people, maybe.
Well, yeah. I'll definitely download somebody's being a stupid idiot.
I was doing it for fun and memes and this and that. I wasn't doing it from a position of power.
Right.
At all. And then Anthony Vapes, oh, hey, let's make a reviewer a mod. That's not a conflict of interest. Good luck. I mean, I'm glad you had fun with the bed you made, you fucking schmucks. Too little, too late.
It's truth. All right, so those were the things that I had to talk about tonight. I don't have any vape mail to speak of at the moment.
I'm going to have vape mail for next week, I hope. I mean, I don't know. I ordered some drip tips from Omen.
Ooh, that's right. I forgot.
I just ordered them last night.
You were able to finally get your credit card information in there?
Hey, dude, so neither PayPal checkout worked or credit card, so I just started the one last night. I just went straight for PayPal checkout and it works. I was like, whatever.
Yeah, his sight sometimes breaks bad.
Happens.
This is why vaping's getting banned.
Probably. This is probably the reason.
Yeah.
All right. So we have probably jacked around with you guys and your time long enough. We do thank
We
you.
did a show tonight, though.
What's that?
I'm glad we got to work tonight.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully it'll be a little more smooth next week. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you for being patient with us while we jacked with this thing. Hopefully it'll go a little bit more smoothly next week. But until then, deuces.
Yeah, just assume I'm doing that too.
You're not going to give us a W?
It's not the same.
It's not the same. I'll even full screen you. You want me to full screen you to give you a W?
No.
Here, you're full
Mo's
screen.
ruined now. Mo's ruined. Just
Okay. Later, everybody.